Hey lovelies, Cilla here. You're welcome back to my beginner series. In today's video, I will be showing you step by step how to draft a dartless fitted skirt with a beautiful butt contour for that perfect fit. If this is something you'd love to learn, then keep watching. These are the tools I'll be working with. I have my pattern paper, my hip curve, my pattern master, marker, pencil, eraser, and measuring tape. To begin, come down from the top edge of your pattern paper 1 inch and then square across a horizontal line. This line is going to serve as the waistline. Now from this waistline, we're going to mark all our vertical measurements. Measuring from the waistline, mark down the distance from your waist to your hip, which is the hip depth. From the waistline, mark down the distance from your waist to your knee, which is the knee length. From the waistline, mark down the full length of your skirt. Mine is 34 inches. Now, come down from this 34 inches and mark down 1 inch. So this is going to serve as the hem allowance for the skirt. Now go ahead and square horizontal lines across this point. So we have the waistline, the hip line, the knee line, the full length of the skirt, which is the hem line, and the remaining space is the hem allowance. The left edge of my pattern paper is the center front, while the right edge of my pattern paper is the side front. Now I'm going to introduce 2 additional lines. Because this is a very close fitted skirt that follows the contour of the body, we need these 2 lines to be able to shape the skirt properly. So from the hip line, come down 2 inches and then square across this point, horizontal line. This line is the lower hip line. From the knee line, measure upward 6 inches and square across another horizontal line. This line, we're going to call it the mid-thigh line. So we have the waistline, hip line, lower hip line, mid-thigh line, knee line, hem line. The remaining space is for the hem allowance. At this point, you want to trace all these construction lines to a fresh pattern paper, which we'll be using to draft the back, so we won't have to come back to this stage when drafting the back. Okay, now you need to pay close attention because we'll be imputing our horizontal measurement. On the waistline, marking from center front, your waist divided by 4 plus 1/4 of an inch. From center front, mark in on the hip line, your hip divided by 4 minus 1/2 of an inch. On the lower hip line, mark in from center front, your hip divided by 4 minus 1/2 of an inch. On the mid-thigh line, mark in from center front, your hip divided by 4 minus 2 inches. On the knee line, mark in from center front, your hip divided by 4 minus 2 inches. On the hem line, mark in from center front, your hip divided by 4 minus 2 inches. Now connect these 3 points together with a straight line. Next, connect the point on the hip and the point on the lower hip together with a straight line like so. Next, connect the point on the waist to the point on the hip like so. And you can see the shape of our skirt is coming together, right? So now you want to connect the point on the mid-thigh line to the point on the hip, but you just want to connect it halfway, not all the way to the hips. So you should have something like this. Next, measure upward from the mid-thigh line along this line 4.5 inches. Do note that this 4.5 inches is not for everyone, but if the distance from your waist to your hip is between 23 to 24, then you can use this 4.5 inches. Now take note of the way I'm positioning my French curve. So you want to position yours like so and connect the 4.5 inches point to the point on the lower hip line. So you should have something like this. Although this looks good, But if I should sew my skirt like this, I know I'm going to have some puffiness around the side seam, especially on the hip area. So I'm going to go in with my French curve and just draw a curve that looks more realistic to my figure. Okay, so I'm going back into that side seam and just blend out the parts I do not need. And once that is done, I'll go in with my eraser and just erase those lines that are not needed, and then go back and redraw the side seam. All right, guys, the side seam looks good to me, so we'll move on to the next stage. Next, we're going to draw the curve of the waist. Come down from the waistline along center front 3/4 to 1 inch. I'm coming down 3/4 inch. So I'm going to square inward a short horizontal line that is about 4 inches long. Next, I'm going to position my French curve like so and draw a curved line from the waist point blending into this horizontal line. And we are done with the skirts. Okay, so the next step is to add in seam allowance. To add your seam allowance, you want to follow the curve of the side seam and mark out 1 inch. Mark from the waist all the way down. Next, you want to come upward from the curved waistline, marking upward from center front 1/2 inch. So this is the seam allowance for the waist. Now you want to go in with your French curve and connect all the points together, and you should have something like this. So this is my front pattern. I've traced it out with fresh pattern paper. I've added my seam allowance, and we are done with the front pattern. Now let's move over to the back. Come down from the top edge of your pattern paper 1 inch and square across the waistline. Now come in from the right hand edge of your pattern paper 1 inch and square down a vertical line. This vertical line is the center back line. We already have the waistline drawn out, so we're going to draw out the hip line, lower hip line, mid thigh line, knee line, and the M line. Now measuring from center back on the mid thigh line, come in from center back 1 inch. Repeat the same on the knee line and repeat the same on the M line. Connect these 3 points together. Now, from this vertical line just drawn, measure on your mid-thigh line, your hip divided by 4 minus 2 inches. Now repeat the same on the knee line and also repeat the same on the M line. Come out from this point 1 inch. So this is our sewing allowance. Now connect these 3 points together. Moving on, from center back line on the lower hip line, mark your hip divided by 4 plus 1/2 inch. And then come out from this point and add 1 inch for sewing allowance. On the hip line, repeat the same and add your 1 inch seam allowance. Now the difference between the front hip and the back hip is 1 inch. Come in from center back on the hip line, this 1 inch, and repeat the same on the lower hip line. Now from this point, square a broken line all the way to the mid-thigh line and take it all the way to the waistline. This broken line is just a guideline and we are going to erase it later. Now pay close attention. Bring in the front skirt like so and place it onto the back, making sure the center front of the skirt aligns with that broken line from waist to hem. And also make sure the M aligns with the M of the back. Once that is done, go ahead and trace out the side seam of the front onto the back pattern. And you should have something like this. The next step is to shape the waist. Now take your waist circumference and divide it by 4 minus 1/4 inch and then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. So place this measurement from the side seam on the waistline toward the center back. So this is where my measurement ends. Now I'll go ahead and erase the broken line we drew previously. Now the measurement from the center back line to where my waist measurement ends is 1.5 inches. This is the width of my center back dart. Next, measure from hip line along center back line 3 inches down, and then connect this point to the mid thigh line like so. So we just created the contour dart for the bottom part of the skirt. Next, we're going to create the waist dart. Measure down from waistline along center back 5 to 6 inches. So I use 6 inches. Now connect this point to this point to form the center back dart. Next, go in with your curve ruler and blend in this area to have a smooth transition so it looks realistic. So guys, basically we are done. For a standard figure, this skirt is done. So the next step is actually to add your seam allowance around the waist and add in your 1-inch zipper allowance. Remember, we already added 1-inch sewing allowance to the side seam, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark out that 1-inch sewing allowance around the side seam so we don't get confused. Now guys, I'm the one wearing this skirt and I want this skirt to follow the contour of my body. But if I go with this center back dart, I'm going to have some loose fabric around that area. So because I have a sway back, I'm going to do an alteration. So from waistline, I'm going to mark down along center back 2.5 inches and then also mark down from the waist point 2.5 inches. So I just square a 2.5 inches line from the waist point and then I'm going to connect it to the hip line like so. So this is a dart for a sway back figure, right? This is the dart that will fit my body. Now you can see how sharp this area of the dart is. I'm going to go in with my French curve and just blend it to make it more realistic. And then go back in with the curvy side of my ruler and blend out this area. So guys, the dart I'm shading with the black pen is a standard dart for a standard figure. And this button dart is the contour dart for the bum. Now the part I'm shading with the red pen is the dart for a sway back, which was the alteration I just did so that this skirt can fit my body nicely, following the contour of my center back. This is not for everyone, so remember that, okay? Now we're going to add our seam allowance around the waist. So go upward from the waistline 1/2 inch and then connect this point, blending into the side seam. And lastly, follow the curve of the center back from the waist and then mark out your zipper allowance of 1 inch. Make sure you take your time when doing this. You do not want to rush this process. Once this is done, I'll go in with my curve ruler and then connect these points together to form the zipper allowance. And guys, we're done with drafting the back of the skirt. You want to label the center back at this time and also label the side back. And then you can go ahead and cut out the pattern. Next, label the front and label the back pattern. Alright lovelies, we've come to the end of this video. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment for me, and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. And also make sure you click on the notification bell so you do not miss out on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next one. Until then, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.